What is money? The mechanics of value. John sits at his desk, staring at a pile of custom-built keyboards. He is hungry. He grabs one of his keyboards and walks to the local deli to exchange it for a sandwich. The owner of the deli looks at the keyboard, shrugs, and tells John that he already has a keyboard and, more importantly, he really needs a new pair of shoes. John leaves empty-handed. He walks to the cobbler, hoping to trade the keyboard for shoes, but the cobbler is only interested in trading for fresh bread. John is stuck in a classic economic trap. He has value in his hands, but he cannot convert that value into what he needs because he's trapped by the double coincidence of wants. This is the fundamental problem that necessitates the existence of money. Without a common medium of exchange, the economy would grind to a halt because everyone would spend all their time searching for someone who coincidentally wants exactly what they have to offer. As Gregory Mankiw explains in his Principles of Economics, money is not just the paper in your wallet or the numbers on a screen. It is defined as the set of assets in the economy that people regularly use to buy goods and services. Money acts as the bridge that allows John to disconnect his production from his consumption. He does not need to find a sandwich maker who wants a keyboard. He needs to sell his keyboard to someone who wants it, receive money, and then take that money to the deli. Money solves the barter problem by acting as the lubricant of the economic engine. To understand how John can master his financial environment, he must first understand the three specific functions that money performs, functions that transform raw goods into transferable wealth. The first and most critical function is the medium of exchange. This is the item that buyers give to sellers when they purchase goods and services. For money to function as a medium of exchange, it must be widely accepted. When John accepts a payment, he is not accepting it because he wants to consume the paper or the digits. He is accepting it because he knows he can use that money to buy anything else he desires. It is the ultimate liquid asset. Liquidity is the ease with which an asset can be converted into the economy's medium of exchange. Because money is the medium of exchange, it is the most liquid asset by definition. The second function is the unit of account. This is the yardstick people use to post prices and record debts. Without a unit of account, John would have to price his keyboards in an endless list of other goods. He would have to say one keyboard is worth 3 sandwiches, or 5 hours of consulting, or half a pair of shoes. This is cognitively impossible to manage. By using a standard unit of account, like the dollar, John can assign a singular value to his work. It provides a common language for measuring value, allowing him to compare the cost of his keyboard components against the price he charges, thereby allowing him to calculate his profit and loss with precision. It turns vague value into concrete data. The third function is the store of value. This is an item that people can use to transfer purchasing power from the present to the future. If John sells a keyboard today, but does not want to buy anything until next month, he needs a way to hold on to that value. Money allows him to do this. He can store his earnings in a bank account and withdraw them when he is ready to purchase supplies. However, this function is not perfect. Mankiw notes that if prices rise, a phenomenon known as inflation, the store of value function is eroded. If John holds $100 and the price of his parts doubles, his money loses half of its purchasing power. Therefore, while money is a convenient store of value, it is subject to the erosion of time and economic policy. Throughout history, the form of money has evolved. We started with commodity money, which is money that takes the form of a commodity with intrinsic value. This means the item used as money has value even if it were not used as money. Gold is the classic example. It is used in jewelry and industry, but also served as currency for centuries. Mankiw even cites the example of cigarettes in prisoner of war camps, where prisoners used them as money because they had a clear, universal demand. But commodity money is heavy, difficult to store, and limited by physical supply. This led to the development of fiat money. Fiat money is money without intrinsic value that is used as money because of government decree. The dollar in John's pocket is essentially worthless paper, but it functions as money because the government declares it legal tender and, more importantly, because the public has faith in it. This trust is the bedrock of the modern financial system. When John realizes that his entire business model, from the production of keyboards to the management of his capital, relies on this socially constructed agreement of value. He becomes a more sophisticated thinker. He realizes that money is not just a physical object, but a powerful, abstract tool. By understanding that money is a medium of exchange, a unit of account, and a store of value, John stops seeing it as a static goal and starts seeing it as a dynamic resource that he must manage, protect, and utilize to build his empire. He is no longer just a builder of keyboards. He is a manager of value in a complex monetary economy.